If you're listing photos of your home online don't stop buyers in their tracks, you might as well light a stack of cash on fire. Seriously, I'm not being dramatic, I'm being real. Because in this market, yesterday's market, tomorrow's market, bad photography is a problem. It's not a minor issue. It's a big problem, and it's the fastest way to lose tens of thousands of dollars without even knowing it. Buyers are on their phones, they scroll through faster than ever. And the first thing they see, the outside of your house. The image that determines one of two things. Either you're gonna click, call the realtor, make the appointment, or skip. And once they skip it, you're done. The buyer's gone forever. Bye-bye, see you later. I've seen it over and over again with homes with poor photos sitting for weeks, racking up carrying costs, getting price cuts, still not selling, and they keep the same awful photos. Meanwhile, the same exact house shot properly by a pro sells up to 7%, 10% more, and at nice bidding wars. It's not a hype, it's real stuff, it's data. I'm gonna show this to you. The photo shark is real. If you don't take it seriously, it'll bleed you dry. I call it sharks, one of the big things I talk about in my Home Selling Sharks book, one of many sharks that I feel will eat up your equity. If you stay to the end, you have to. I'm gonna show you a real life example. I'm going into the multiple listing of the exact strategy that helped my clients take a home that was not selling for 8 months, and I took it over and I sold it for $160,000 more just by doing the right photos. Of course, some staging as well, but you'll see exactly what I did. Just stay to the end. It's an amazing transformation. Let's get to it. So let's understand this photo shark. I call them sharks because they eat away your equity. You can read it in my book. You maybe see you've heard about me talking about sharks in my other videos. It's a very dangerous shark. I tell you why. I told you earlier, it's because that is the first photo people see, the exterior. It has to be beautiful, makes or breaks it for you. It's just a make or break thing. If the buyers are online and they don't click through 3 to 5 photos, they usually just move on. So you have to capture those first 3 or 5 have to be really great photos, and they'll have to all be of the outside. The first 3 to 5 photos should be of outside photos of your home, not the inside, because if they want to go inside, if you show them the inside too quickly, they'll click off too fast. Once you get them through 3 or 5 clicks, they will keep going. It's a fact, it's a study. They'll just move on and they'll be gone. The photo shark strikes in 3 ways. You got poor quality. It's the quality of the photo. They're small, they're uninviting, they're not the right pixels, they're dark or whatever. Next is bad timing. The outside photos say, for example, the wrong season, the weather's terrible, it's snowing. If you just take one of my principles I talk about in my book and take pictures when your house looks great in the outside and put them in your computer, then you'll have great pictures of your house whenever you need them. And lastly, poor presentation. They show the wrong features, or they take the wrong angles. For example, they show the toilet seat up and they show themselves in the picture while they're taking the picture with their cell phone. There's no professional photographer, something like that. And then of course, I said professional or smartphone. Well, which is better? Of course, a professional photographer, right? And you want to make sure it's professional photos. It makes a huge difference in appeal. If you take a look at this photo done by one of our professional photographers, or one of this photo from another realtor from a different house, but it shows that it's not done properly, it can really make or break your sale. I'm going to be showing you that below of a house that actually sold for $160,000 more. You have to wait and see this. It's a difference. Homes with bad photos, they sit longer. They say 32, I say more than that, days longer. I mean, if you have terrible photos, people are going to wonder what's wrong with your house. Because every day you're on the market, you have carrying costs. Lots of money down the drain. It's gone, you can't ever see it again. Timing also matters. If you have a picture of a house in the winter time, oh, it looks so nice with the snow on the ground. No, it doesn't look nice. When everybody else has snow on the ground, you should have a picture of a beautiful grass and flowers. And how do you do that is something I have a whole chapter in my book about. And I also talk about it at my seminar, my home selling seminar coming up. I have one in June, and you can go to my website, futurehomesale.com. I put it together because all the tools you need for about selling your house, and where you can come virtually, or if you're in my area in Fort Washington, Pennsylvania, you can come and have a glass of wine and some appetizers to hang out with us. So why does timing matter? Because if you could take a picture of your house in the spring while things are blooming, then you'll have those great pictures at all times if you stick them in your computer. That's the most important thing. Because a common mistake the sellers make is they list their home right away and they don't do any prepping. And it's why you need to hire your real deal realtor, between 6 months and a year in advance. You want to be able to capture those photos a year before. So if you're selling your house next year, you should be right now taking photos of your house. Get your realtor in there. It's a difference between a stale listing and one that sells quickly and for the most amount of money. What is it that you want? What do you go on the market for? To lose money? I mean, I see all these home sellers choosing their Aunt Sally, who just got into the real estate business, to sell their home. What does Aunt Sally know about anything about listing a house? She doesn't have a listing-based business. I talk a lot about that in my model home mindset video I just did. It's about why it's so important to pick a good realtor. They have a good photographer on their team who they've trained. Sorry, I'm going on a rant, but hey, it's important to know. Let's talk about exterior photos. I've talked about it a little bit. Now I'm going to go into a little bit more, because you want to hire a photographer that is an expert, not just any photographer, that the real estate is a specialized skill. And you want to make sure you look at their portfolio. Don't assume anything because they say they're a professional photographer. So what are you looking for when you're taking those exterior, interior photos, both? You want an ultra wide angle, lens, proper lighting, and HDR. You want to make sure they can do drone, and they have these really good editing tools. You could put blue skies if it wasn't a nice day, because really, in all reality, you might say, well, my house is just $500,000. Why would I need drone photos for? No. We do drone photos for every one of our listings. And we do professional photography. I don't care if you're 200,000. Well, it's not really any house is 200,000 in our area right now, but whatever. I just listed one for $1 million. It's a $3 million, almost $3 million. We do great photography for everybody. Make sure everybody gets what they deserve, and that's what you need to. I don't care what your price of your house is. Whatever you want to do, you want to take it up a notch more than what another realtor would do, which is basically nothing. They come out with their cell phone, and they think this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. They got a listing, maybe one of 3 they got in the last 3 years. What the heck do they know about taking photos and about anything about selling a house? So like I said earlier, you need to plan ahead for your peak season photos. Make sure you have these really great photos stuck in your computer until you're ready to sell. Really, really important. What it allows you to do is show your home's beauty, the most fabulous photos of your home, when it looks its best on its outside. No agent thinks about that. They think about listing, getting commission check. There are more listings coming on the market right now, but it's still pretty bare where we are, and people just want to get the house on the market as quickly as possible, do no staging, take some photos, and then get paid. That's not the way it needs to be. You need to prepare this 6 months to a year, I say 2 years in advance. So what it allows you to do is, the step 3 I talk about is prepping the exterior before photos. Get your checklist out. Power wash everything. Clean everything. I have a whole list video on this. Fresh mulch, trim your trees and repaint or replace the shutters. I've been doing a lot of shutters lately. I have pictures of showing what I did to these shutters at the end for one of the listings I'm going to show you. Get rid of hoses and hide them, and toys and trash cans and awful sheds, knock them down. You don't want them in the photo. And get your driveway. Put no cars in the driveway, no signs on your lawn. Make it very crisp and neat. No flags, no nothing, anything. Just very simple and nice. All right, step 4, capturing all the best angles. So angles are so important. People have good side, bad sides, so do homes. You never want to take a picture straight on. You don't want to do that for a house either. They have their good side, so you want to teach your photographer. I've taught my photographer how to take the photos. An experienced photographer knows how to use sun to their advantage. Emphasize the key features of the house. Hide their flaws, shoot from the right height and angle. This is why we are always there for all the photo shoots. Your agent should be there telling them what to do. They don't know, or you should give them a detailed outline of exactly what you want. That's what we do. Next, we want to check the weather and reschedule if it's going to be a gloomy day. Although you can put blue skies in the photos, it's better when it's taken with real blue skies, not the ones they put in the photo, but it can be done. Next, 6, you want to select and store the best shots. Choose 5 or 6, I like to do 12 exterior photos for the MLS, because I like to do a coming soon portion and have all the pictures there, and then you store the extras to rotate later, because you have to keep the listing fresh. If it's not selling, you have to keep changing out the photos as you go along. So take as many photos as you can. The next thing is step 7, you want to showcase it with the marketing. Use these images in the coming soon campaigns. Create a little off-market buzz. When it's in the MLS, it'll create urgency and demand, especially if it's in a desirable neighborhood where everybody wants to get into. And of course, if you price it right, please price your listings lower than you think you can get, so you can get more, because people always buy up more. Talk about that a lot. Next, section 3, interior photo strategy. Let's get to it. Interior has a strategy, exterior has a strategy. First step, pick the most impactful rooms. Focus on what's selling. The kitchen, is it the bathrooms, a primary bath and bedroom? The living room, does it have a unique space such as a sunroom or office or finished basement? If it doesn't, we make it feel that way. We are great with that. Or maybe there's some outdoor living that you have, some really great outdoor living space. I don't know what you have. Let's check it out and let's get the best ones. Next step is to fake stage a room one at a time. You want to stage for photos versus staging for showings. Two different things. You want to temporarily declutter only the room being shot. In the kitchen, you clear kitchen counters for the photo, and then you put stuff back that you want back for showings. This way it shows in the photos one way, and for showings, people don't even remember. Now they're in the house. They feel great. They're finally got in a property to possibly buy. This could be their next home. We still keep it sparse, but we do it better for photos. Taking chairs out of the corners, different things that we do. We remove all the rugs on the floor, those throw rugs, out of the photo for all the bedrooms. Show off the floors. Next step is just notify the agent, your agent, as you're starting to prep. Maybe you just want to really focus on one room. You don't have to do it all at once. Most of the time we do pictures all at once, but maybe there's one room that's really, really cool and you want to get that staged first and show it during the coming soon. Let your agent know when it's ready. So what you'll do is you'll gradually build a full library of photos. So you get your exterior done earlier, and then you have this great room, this awesome sunroom or something like that. Get that staged, and then we'll come over and take a photo. And then as we can gradually get pictures, because usually the whole house inside is not ready until a couple days before we actually get it on the market. So we usually show inside photos like 3 days before. We have this coming soon listing period 21 days before. We just show some the outside and then some key pictures inside. Do a lot of that. That really works well. And then the next step, 4, we take the full interior photo shoot. That's our final round. Like I said, it's usually 3 or 4 days before we can get it on the market. It's the first day we show the house. It happens the week we're going live. And we have a pre-shoot checklist that we give to all of our clients that include removing personal photos and clutter, cleaning, clean, close the toilet lids, put up all your shades, you make sure all your light bulbs are matching, turn all the lights on for us. You know, make your beds, hide your pet stuff, stage with some fresh flowers here and there. Just get everything that we talked about out of the picture. But we can come in and take the stuff, but we come an hour before and we take stuff off the counters and then we put it back. Sometimes we hide things and we forget to tell you where they go, but usually we're pretty cool with that. Make something might be in a drawer or something. Just hide behind closets. It doesn't matter. We're not taking pictures of closets unless it's the master bedroom closet. It's really big. We'll take a picture of that. It's always good to show a nice, clean, open closet. People feel like, wow, look at all the storage. Now, the next step that we do, we call it post-production magic. That's all the editing that we do with AI, any enhancements or any lighting imbalances. We sharpen colors, straighten lines, make spaces feel brighter and larger. We do all that stuff once we get the photos back, and we use AI to do that. Then we have step 6, which is our final photo selection. And what we like to do is tell a story with your photos, because we want to make sure that like I said, the first outside pictures are our hook, make them amazing so they keep looking. And then use the order and the layout to guide the buyer's emotional journey through your house. As you're going through, take them through the journey that aligns with the copy that's written in the multiple listing. So what you've been waiting for, my example of a property on Hunter Road in my area. It's a real life result here that I'm showing you, and it's amazing transformation, and seller has already introduced me to other clients of theirs who they have friends whose homes aren't selling either, to explain them the whole thing of what's going on. Take a look at this. I'm moving on to my computer now, and I did a whole clip for you on 4500. Check it out. Hey everybody, I'm on my computer. You gotta see it this way. I don't know. This is a really good case study. This is 4500 Lafayette Hill, closed this year. And this particular house was on the market for a while. So let's check it out. So it started back in 2024 for $1,050,000, and they got an offer. But then the person just backed out because they went in and said there's way too much work here. They did an inspection, and they did a stucco inspection, and there was stuff wrong with the stucco, and they backed out. So they didn't do a stucco inspection ahead of time. That's why if you have stucco, you need to do a stucco inspection right away. Like, that's the first thing you do when you have a stucco house. And so it came down and came down, and during this time period, none of the pictures were changed. None of the pictures. You don't keep on the market, keep dropping the price, and just do the same thing expecting something different. That's what you don't do. That's like insanity, right? Definition of insanity. We got it, then we ended up getting it sold in 6 days. Well, it's long shorter than that by the time we got it in the computer, pending right away for $932, plus there was no buyer agent commission, which brought it, and there was no transfer tax that the seller had to pay, brought it up to about $960. And we spent about $30,000 getting it going. So let's see what we did and how this amazing marketing and what photos are so important. This is a real good example. So here's the pictures of the house when, it was with the other realtor. Straight on, but didn't show the driveway. It's too close. I don't like that. And if you notice, it's red, and then this looks like what? Yellowy? Looks, ooh. And then the inside, photos were not good at all. They left the rug here, this thing in the corner, the yellow, the brown railing, the yellow, orangey walls. I would have just AI'd furniture over this because it's the furniture states it's in these balance is on there, and the lace table. It just screams an older person, and it doesn't attract the younger people. This balance here and these pendant lights, and it was great for her. It was awesome, but it just doesn't fit the other people, other buyer. Now, remember this stuff because I'm going to show you our pictures next. This is brown. The cabinets are brown. These pillars are there. Get them out of there. Also, the track lighting in here. See, there's a little track lighting line. We got that out too. So these are just photos. Yellow laundry room. And the floors are beautiful. It's a beautiful house. It just was just dated, and just needed some love. And then the bathroom. Note this cabinet. Oh, it's like Home Depot, and the Hollywood lights there. And here's this shower. Was kind of like not a clear glass shower. This is a tough one. We didn't really do much with that, and we took these lace things down. And then all the bedrooms had their lace things up there. And then this one, we didn't touch this bedroom. But then we had the outside pictures. So these outside pictures weren't that bad, right? But they left this barn or the shed of wood. There's all this wood in there. I'm like, get rid of it. It also showed a little bit that it was backed up to this smaller house, and it wasn't really that nice. And didn't even show that really it was in a cul-de-sac until the end. And then you look at this ugly picture of the house looking down. Okay, well, you cut off the backyard, which is great because you don't want anybody to see it, but don't even show that picture. But all these pictures, these outside pictures, should have been up front here at the top, not there. You scroll right into an ugly front to an ugly inside, as far as photos are concerned, as far as the staging is concerned. It's a beautiful house. It wasn't ugly, but it just didn't look good. So she didn't change the photos. These are the same photos throughout the whole time, throughout the whole listing. When it went through this whole price decrease, nothing changed. No marketing changed. That's like insanity, the definition of insanity. Do the same thing over and over, So here's when I sold it, and the photos for this. I also, the basement, you don't have pictures of the basement there. I also painted the basement. You shall see what I did here. So what I used my Iron Mountain color, and I painted the shutters and the front door. And again, I didn't have the house when it was nice on the outside, so there was not many flowers or leaves on the trees. This is a front picture, but it shows the driveway and a little bit expansive picture. I really like that. And I put some fake flowers on the front door. We have this side angle showing the 2-car side angle garage. People like that in our area. And I showed a picture from the driveway looking out. Kind of cool, something different. And then you got to think of all the different angles. Angles are so important. That's what I was telling you in my before. Angles are important. This shows that there is somewhat of a backyard. And what's missing? The shed. Got rid of that thing. Fixed some steps here. We did a home inspection before we put it on the market. And this showed the nice wide backyard. I wanted to show that it had some yard. I didn't show any aerial shots. It was not an aerial shot thing. And then the front door being nice and painted. We put some fake flowers here because it wasn't flower time yet. It was March in our area. And then the inside, we used a color. It's like a light beigey gray. And it was our Revere pewter, which we have been using, but this house, I didn't want to go with the new color baby fawn. I just wanted it to be a little lighter. And look what we did here. See, remember that railing was brown? We painted it white. It looks better. We took everything off the foyer and out of the foyer. We showed nice wide angle photos. We put staged furniture in the living room, and we actually refinished the floors. So it looked like this. All these floors were all light on the outside and dark, because we had this rug there for 20 some years. We took all the stuff off the windows, and this flows right into the other room. Nice AI staged photos. That's what it looked like without it. And the dining room, we kept that furniture there. It wasn't so bad. It was pretty nice. And then we took another picture of that. We took the drapes off of there, if you remember that. And then looking into the kitchen from the dining room. We did an AI photo of the furniture to give an idea of what it could look like. We changed the pendant lights, which you'll see soon. And all this, if you remember, was brown. And if you remember, there was these stilts here, these pillar things. It was decorative back in the like 25 years ago, 30 years ago when this house was built, and we took them out. Look at this big difference here in this room. Looking into here, it's huge. It's a huge house. Oh my God, it's a great house. A neighbor bought it. He lived across the street at a split level. They've moved up to this house. And I had several offers at this number, and then these people got the house right here, the white, remember that? And some more great photos straight up of that. So it looks much, and without the pillars, it looks so much better. I took these new pendant lights, really make the kitchen feel lighter, no more pillars. Everything just felt a lot better in this room. This is a better room. Better photos. So then we went to the laundry room. Of course, we painted the laundry room, did a couple angles from the laundry room looking all the way through the house to get some depth there. Also painted the laundry room cabinets, put new pulls on those cabinets. The bathroom, left it that color. We didn't paint that. And then this is much lighter. Look how different and lighter this room felt, the master bedroom. And better photos too. Didn't look so sparse. We did a little bit, I don't know, it felt bigger because of the painting and all that. And here's the big thing we did. The master bathroom, new vanity, new lights, and took off those things. Much better. And then we put a glass shower in here and a new toilet, and it looked absolutely fabulous. Yes, it did. That was her walk-in closet, which wasn't shown before. The second bedroom with no drapes so people could do their own thing. Next bedroom. Third bedroom, fourth bedroom, coming up. We didn't do anything with the fourth bedroom. We left it that color because it was fine. We just painted. Now, the basement. Before, it was awful. I don't even have a before picture because she didn't have a picture of the before. And it's a walkout basement. So you wanted to show that, it's walkout. So we painted the floor and we painted the walls, and it's amazing. It made it look so much bigger and cleaner and neater. And we actually showed that it is a walkout, and had the house inspected. Everything came out good. And we showed the central vac. The house was bought as is. And we also painted the garage, because that's one of the things that we do in our low-cost fix-ups video. You'll see all the before and afters of that. And we did the garage, and the garage looked great. And that was it. So that's kind of what we did to get a price much higher than would have been. That's a great case study, something you should consider thinking when selling your house, doing the different things. So amazing, right? $160,000, we put $30,000 into it, and all those things that we did to the house, showing the right stuff that we did, and the photos on the outside, just the little things that you can do along the way. If your home's not selling, remember to switch the photos out, right? I want to give you the common mistakes that people do with photos and revisit this for you so you get this in your head of what needs to be done. And if I'm going to find an agent for you, as I normally do is find agents for other people, I will go through this whole thing with them, make sure that they do it right for you in your area. If you're in my area, I can do it, but if you're not, you got to give us a call, because we can do this for you. We can show you, find a realtor for you who knows how to do all this stuff. Okay, common mistakes to avoid, 5 of them. One mistake, you use an agent with just a smartphone. That's not acceptable. No phone can replace a pro, I'm sorry. It's not acceptable to use a smartphone and selling someone's house if you're the agent. 2, don't wait till you're ready to list. You'll miss your home's best season. Make sure your house looks good now. We're preparing a house right now for people going to market in February. And it's amazing the transformation we did to this house. Third thing is don't skip the editing. Skipping the editing is a big mistake. It's so important not to skip it. Raw photos aren't enough. Editing is critical, and if your agent doesn't know how to edit with AI, not an AI program, AI do it themselves AI. It's out there, it's faster than you can say, I don't know what we can say, but AI is growing. It's amazing what Google's doing right now with the AI platform and the Gemini. It's amazing. So it's transforming the real estate industry if an agent is not willing to learn and to embrace technology. Number 4, a big mistake is neglecting exterior shots, because if they don't like the outside, they never see the inside. That's why we take pictures ahead of time. And number 5, using the same photos for months and months and months while your house doesn't sell. What you need to do is rotate the shots and keep it fresh and avoid listing fatigue, as I call it. So what's the conclusion here? Well, photos are your marketing, okay? Not just part of your marketing. And the poor photos, you get fewer views, fewer eyeballs, less interest, lower offers. That's how I say it. And great photos, I believe, is a faster sale, higher price, and there'll be more competition, more people looking at it, more eyeballs looking online at your house. And next is to plan ahead. Capture your your home's best look and execute the strategy, okay? And prep your home like a pro as well. And if you want to prep like a pro, you want to watch my next video. Gotta watch it, so good. What home repairs will make your house sell faster? Check it out.